What is up, friends? Jesse here with the Lion Realty Group. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Roar Report. In this week's video, I want to talk about earnest money. What does it mean? When is it refundable? When is it not? And how does it affect me? Stay tuned. All right, let's hop right to it. What is earnest money? Earnest money is typically an amount that you deposit not directly to the seller, but to a title company in escrow when you've had a contract accepted on a property that you're looking to purchase. It basically shows the seller your commitment to purchasing their home. It shows that you have some skin in the game. Generally, the earnest money is about 1% of the purchase price of the home. So for example, if you're looking to purchase a $200,000 home, your earnest money check would be made out for about $2,000. Now, you can use this as a negotiation chip when it comes down to submitting offers. What I mean by negotiation chip is if they have other offers that are the same as yours, one way that you may be able to stand out is by increasing your earnest money and showing the seller, hey, I know these other guys are offering you the same thing I am, or they might be somebody else offering you the same thing that I am because we really don't know what their offer is. But here is a kicker. I'm going to offer you, instead of 1%, I'm going to offer you an additional 500 or maybe even 2% of the purchase price to show you that I'm really serious about buying your house. When is it refundable? It's refundable a few different ways. Now, when you do an offer, they have contingencies on a contract. The contract shows that you have a timeline of when things have to be done. A good example is financing, for approval for financing for the purchase of the house, which is the mortgage. Normally, there's a clause in there that says you have a certain amount of time for you to get approval for financing. And we're not talking about a pre-approval. We're talking about an actual approval where everything's actually going to go through. Now, you have that allotted amount of time for you to get approval from a bank or a mortgage company. If that time comes and goes and you still don't have a hard approval from a bank, in that situation, that may not be refundable. But if before that allotted time comes up, and if you find out and your bank or your mortgage company tells you they cannot get your mortgage approved, and you notify the agent, the selling agent, at that point, you may be able to get out of contract and get your earnest money reimbursed. Another way that you can get the earnest money refunded is if you're in the option period and the inspection report comes back and the seller either does not want to negotiate any repairs or any compensation for it, and you can't come to an agreement, you're within the option period, then at that point you are subject to getting a refund for that earnest money. Also, another thing is if the seller cannot get things cleared up on the title. If there is a title situation and it can't be fixed within a certain amount of time, then at that point, you're also allowed to get a refund for your earnest money. Basically, when you're not allowed a refund is if anything changes that is not within the contingencies listed on the contract. If you were to get out of contract to get into another contract on a house, at that point, there's no contingency in the contract that says you're able to get out of the contract to buy another. And that's what makes the difference. That's what keeps you serious when it comes to these type of contracts, is that they want to make sure that you have a serious buyer and that you have some skin in the game, because it makes it that much more difficult for you to be able to change your mind, and you're affecting the sellers at this point. So basically, that is a way for you not to get your earnest money back. Now, here are a few other tips. Make sure that, of course, you're working with an experienced, expert, professional real estate agent that knows the market, that knows how to write these contracts, that knows how to read the contracts. And that way, it doesn't put you at risk of losing any money. Number two is you want to make sure you take the temperature of the market. In the summertime is the hottest time, the most competitive time. You have to know what it is, how you can tweak those contracts in order to make them work best for you. Also, you want to make sure you assess your entire situation. One of the main things I hear from a lot of people that are considering buying a house is that they don't want to go through pre-approval until they find the house that they want. But it's actually doing the process backward, because you want to make sure that you have everything, all your ducks in a row with financing for you to be able to qualify for that house. Now, and that's the way that you do it. And anybody that tells you any different, I would question it, because you want to make sure that you are going to look for houses that are within a budget that you can afford and that you're absolutely approved for. The last thing that you want to do is go out, find a house, put in a contract, and then try to see if you qualify. And then at that point, you're risking your earnest money and your option money, and you don't want to lose. The last thing we want to do as real estate agents is for you to lose money. So I hope this information helps you guys out. For any other type of videos that you guys may want me to cover, just feel free to call me. My number is 832-655-2366. You can also text me there or email me at Jesse, that's Jesse, at lionrealtygroup.net. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I appreciate all the support. I look forward to pushing out a lot more content for you guys to help make home buying a pleasure and just a happy experience. Thank you so much. I look forward to helping you guys and serving you guys in the near future. Again, thanks for tuning in. God bless and have a great day.